It's Saturday and I'm making a very quick and easy dinner. I will be cooking some chicken wings baked in the oven with a beautiful marinade of breadcrumbs and olives and tomatoes and olive oil, of course. It's a very simple meal. It doesn't take long at all, and all you need to do is just bang everything together and put it in the oven. But as I'm cooking chicken wings, I want to make sure that I cook them first and then I'll put everything in the oven combined. So here they are. They're very cheap chicken wings, by the way. We used to get them for free from our butcher, but then he closed and we have to buy them now. These are just defrosted. They're still partly frozen. It doesn't really matter. So, and just distribute them so that they are separated, and I'll place them in the oven for 15 minutes at 180 degrees to start with. Also, for completeness, I'm going to show you what we are going to have as a side. This is me rescuing whatever we have got in the fridge before we go food shopping tomorrow. So I had 3 potatoes left, which I've chopped in little cubes. Also, I had 1 eggplant, and you can see that the eggplant is slightly bigger than the potatoes because it will shrink. Then I put a couple of onions. One is red and one is white, and I've actually quartered them. And this is rosemary, fresh rosemary, and I just added some olive oil. So I'll mix this all together, and then they will go in the oven. As I've got the oven on, I might just as well use the energy. They will cook throughout the entire process, so we'll be in for 15 minutes, but plus another 20, about 35 minutes. Gallac, I've also added a few cloves of loose gallac with the vegetables, very optional of course. In the meantime, I will prepare the ingredients to go with the chicken once it comes out of the oven. These are fresh tomatoes, about 250 grams. You can also use cherry tomatoes or plum tomatoes. As these are slightly bigger though, I'm going to cut them into 4 pieces. If you were to use the smaller cherry tomatoes, for example, just half them, but do make sure that you do cut them, as they will release a little bit more juice. Ensure you use a big enough glass bowl, as it will need to also hold the chicken eventually, and I'll start by adding the tomatoes. More gallac. This is obviously for the chicken, so I'm going to use a couple of cloves. Today I've removed the skin, as I'll be slicing this into little circles like this. And in it goes. This is my last half lemon. I'm going to remove some of the zest. I'm using a potato peeler, and I'm adding it in, just enough to give a lovely zesty flavour. Olives next. You can use green, you can use black, entirely up to you, but I would recommend that you use pitted olives, as it is going to be easier when you eat them. But if you don't have any pitted, you go normal ones, use them. Parmesan cheese, actually this is grana padano, but you can use parmigiano, or indeed if you like you can also use pecorino, or if you want to you can even use something like a strong mature cheddar. That will go very well, but regardless of what you use, ensure that you grate it so that it will distribute itself all over the marinade. There, this is about 40 grams altogether. Breadcrumbs, these are dry, and 110 grams go in. And this is a really important ingredient in terms of flavour. Parsley, I keep mine in the freezer as our plant is not quite ready yet. So we chop it and then freeze it, but obviously if you got access to fresh parsley, ideal. As much as you like, but put some in. Salt and pepper, of course. I always put a little salt and more pepper because the cheese is quite salty, so I can always add salt at the end. And the last ingredient is the green magic olive oil. This obviously will help bond everything together. I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons, by the way. Perfect. And got a little spoon here, and I'll mix everything together now. And this is perfect, it's done. All I need to do now is to wait for the chicken wings to finish the first stint, and then I'll show you what to do next. You can also do this with chicken breast, by the way, and you can slice it in little thin pieces, and then you don't need to pre-cook it. The reason why I'm doing this is to give the chicken wings a head start, as obviously I want to make sure that it's properly cooked. So it's just out of the oven, literally 15 minutes in, and at the moment all I'm doing is just picking it up and adding it to my marinade. Ooh, if Julie was here she would tell me off. She said, why are you using your hands? So much easier. Now if you look, there's a little bit of liquid left from the chicken. I'm going to dispose of that. Ooh, hot. And I will leave this here for a good couple of minutes until the chicken cools down slightly so that I can go and mix everything with my hands. It's too hot at the moment. I like doing jobs like this with my hands as I can make sure that all of the chicken is properly coated. But of course, if you want to, you can use a spoon, but doing sure that you got a big enough bowl, of course. Whereas like this, I can control it better, or wear gloves if you want to. Whenever I cook with chicken, I find myself washing my hands about 3 or 4 times because of course as you touch various kitchen utensils you need to make sure that you do not cross-contaminate. So just wash them, but I'm going to get them dirty again. Same tray, do not need to put new paper, no need to waste anymore. So just place the chicken inside it first, and job number 1 is to ensure, just like before, that it's adequately spread across the base of the tray so that it cooks evenly. And I've got some of my marinade left, so I'm just going to randomly apply it here and there so that everything is properly coated. You can see what's happened here. The olive oil has made this nice and moist, but of course because the chicken is hot has helped also. So there we go, it's perfect. And I'll wash my hands again. And that is it. I did tell you it was easy and quick. It's ready to go back in the oven. It will be going in for a further 20 minutes, still at a temperature of 180 degrees. Mine is fan assisted, by the way, so if you've got a normal conventional oven, up to 200. And I'll get the vegetables out and I'll show you what they look like in the meantime. And here they are, looking good. You can see that they're beginning to already cook well. The eggplants are shrinking. Obviously, they've only been in for 15 minutes. Just a little shake, and they will go back in for a further 20 minutes alongside the chicken, and they will come out at the same time. We are ready, and here we go. Look, this is what I was referring to. You can see the color of the chicken and the breadcrumbs, absolutely yum, yum. Beautiful. I asked Julie if she would come and help me film in the end, which I found it always a little bit more helpful, as we will also do the picture for the video. She came in like a rocket. Yeah, I could smell it. Okay, so obviously really hot, but you can see that it's cooked and what I was hoping for. What shall we do, Julie? Shall we just eat it? To cool down? We should eat it. I think it needs to cool down. I'm really hungry, so let's just eat it. Vegetables are done also, so here they are. The only thing I need to do here, by the way, is to add some salt and pepper. I always do that at the end with any vegetables and pepper. And you can eat it as it is if you want, or you can do this, which is a little balsamic vinegar. Now that everything is cooked, just enough to give that beautiful Italian flavor. Genuinely, if you have never added balsamic vinegar to potatoes and vegetables before, try once and let me know what you think. You might never go back to anything else. Let's have a look and see what this is like before I check the chicken. Check the chicken. That sounds quite good because it's too hot. Definitely put the balsamic in. Game changer. I added some lemon zest earlier. This is really good if you like lemon. Lemon and chicken go ever so well together. And I'm adding it now that it's cooked, as obviously the lemon is fresh, and just enough to give it that very Sicilian flavor. Now that these are slightly cooler, I should be able to show you what they look like. Oh, still a bit hot, but that's the problem. Oh, there you go. That's a little piece of bone. And I'm gonna pinch an olive and a tomato. so Mediterranean. It's delicious. And as I said before, you can make it using also a chicken breast or chicken thighs, but with chicken wings, because they're so cheap, you can literally, once they cool down a little, you can eat them with your fingers, and I really love them, and they're crunchy and beautiful. If you make them, and I hope you do, let me know how you get on, and put a picture in the community post. Ciao ciao, buon appetito, thank you for watching.